Going on, everybody? Connor on Chain, bringing you guys some more info, just classic crypto news, crypto info, some altcoins. Today has been kind of unexpected in my opinion. We've seen some gains from some coins out of nowhere, and it looks like ETH decided to wake up. ETH, yeah, we're at what, 2350 right now. We're up 6.5% on the day. It's looking good. I was just doing some looking at the chart and analysis. I tried recording this like 10 minutes ago, and my computer almost lagged out. Let me see if I can pull a trading view actually real quick. Because the ETH chart it's looking pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. Like I say in all my videos, I'm usually a bear in the market, but seeing the fact that ETH is up right now and the momentum and trajectory that it's kind of holding. It's actually looking very strong. If we go to the 4-hour here, like I actually really like how ETH is looking, and I could see this momentum continuing, throughout maybe the next few days to about a week. And obviously it's going to depend on what Bitcoin's really going to do, but even Bitcoin's trajectory here is, for once I'm saying it actually looks bullish. I feel like I've tried calling the top maybe 3 or 4 different times here just on YouTube, if you've seen my other videos, and every single time I've gotten burned. So if you guys have learned one thing from me, is I cannot call tops like that in a market like this right now, but I actually could see Bitcoin breaking at least to 46, 47. I think if it continues this bullish trajectory, if this ETF continues, the ETF hype continues, we're going to see this break easily over 44, 45, anywhere in that range in my opinion. And even ETH, like I said, ETH is just continuing to the upside. It's looking strong. This really could, it could pull back down, continue like this before breaking up and having that nice continuation. And, I think it looks good overall. We're going to close this out. 350 looking very solid. Talking about this around in between $3 and $4, around 350 has been like an average entry. And we're up at least a clean 4x right now, 4.5 off this. And I still have a firm belief in Teken here too, just long term. What's it sitting at right now, market cap? 95 million. This I really do believe is going to be in the billions of market cap eventually. But overall, very strong project. I'm going to link a video to some of my Teken videos I've talked about in the past where I go way more in depth with it. You guys can check it out right here. So, yeah, like I was saying, we got big gains across the market. Trajectory's been up too. And if you guys have been familiar with, some of the news, especially crypto gaming recently, I've been seeing a lot of, I was just reading this morning. Talking about Immutable X. This is not a coin that I really have ever covered before. I've heard of it. I've seen it talked about a lot. But it's pretty interesting to see that, where was it? I think one of these. Something about how a lot of projects on Immutable X are actually all listed on the Epic Games Store. If you guys aren't familiar, the Epic Games Store is kind of the literal platform in which a lot of games are listed that you can actually go and buy. Like for example, Fortnite is listed on the Epic Games Store. It's just a platform you can go and buy games. But Immutable X has listed a ton of these, and Immutable X has actually been in the news a lot. This is from the 19th and 20th, but it's pretty interesting because Immutable X, like I said, it's not a coin I cover much, but I'm actually gonna want to look at it real quick. It's a huge framework for crypto gaming, right? And long term, this does have a lot of room to grow, even at current levels. It's sitting at around 3.3 billion, which, mainly the reason why I don't cover it is because the market cap is so high. If you guys are familiar, I cover mainly micro caps to like low to mid caps, and I have my own definition of low caps and micro caps, but for me, I don't really cover too many coins, if any, this large, just because of the actual, exponential returns over the bull run, but that doesn't mean that a coin or project like this is not going to take off. Because in crypto gaming, like I've been talking about, I got a lot of coins on my radar. I'm going to be making videos over the next few weeks talking about a bunch of new coins on different chains and on ETH and all these good ones. But yeah, IMX and even Beam. If you are into crypto gaming, you know what Beam is too. Another massive platform for gaming. I think these are going to be some of the top performers in the narrative of crypto gaming, like ecosystem as far as infrastructure. And like I said, I don't really cover these too often. Like I'm not allocated in these at all, but like I said, these are going to be huge players this bull run. You obviously have massive influencers pumping them, talking about them all the time, like because they believe in these projects too. But bottom line, crypto gaming's really been getting heavy attention, and I'm pretty sure a lot of games are on nice pullbacks right now. What was the third one? Oh, another one is GameSwift. If I can type today. There we go. GameSwift is another infrastructure. It's a newer infrastructure, but this one too I just think is undervalued. It's had its pump and it's due for a correction, but as far as for solid crypto gaming infrastructure, there's some good things, bad things about it. I'm not going to cover it right now. But that is insanely small right here, so be cautious anytime you're investing in a lot of these projects. But yeah, like I've seen GameSwift get a lot of partnerships. They're working with a lot of different, players, different companies. But, like I said, I'm not allocated in these projects. I have my own projects that I believe in. But I just kind of wanted to cover that because crypto gaming infrastructure, it really is going to be a massive, massive player in crypto throughout this whole bull run. I firmly believe that. And just seeing ETH have a huge rip to the upside is going to just cascade everything into these alts, into a lot of these crypto gaming infrastructure, and then it's probably going to flood directly into a lot of games as well, mainly depending on how large the market caps are. But yeah, I can see these running very, very nicely. That's mainly all I got for right now. Just kind of hyped to seeing ETH have its run because Solana's been Solana's on a tear, especially meme coins for weeks? At least a couple weeks now, but it looks like it's finally taking a little breather, even though it's still up today. But for what it is, like I said, I still have heavy belief in ETH. It's not going anywhere. A lot of people on Twitter too have been claiming, oh, ETH's dead, Solana's on the come up like for good, which it is. I believe, honestly, a lot of these different chains, they're going to be here to stay. It doesn't mean that ETH is not going to perform. If ETH doesn't perform, that's like over half the market and half these projects are just not going to do anything. So if you don't believe in ETH, you're not going to believe in half the projects that exist in crypto today. Aside from BRC20s, which are new, but a lot of them are integrated and multi-chain on ETH as well. And then you got a lot of Solana projects doing the same thing on AVAX, on ETH. A lot of crypto games are multi-chain like that. They have liquidity pools and tokens on, each of these chains too. So, to be a one-chain maxi, even though I used to be an ETH maxi, I think it's gonna get you wrecked, and you're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna miss a lot of gains in this bull run coming up. I've been an ETH maxi for a long time, but for the last few months getting into BRCs, I like BRC20s. I like Bitcoin. I love ETH. And Solana, I'm starting to get into, pretty heavily as far as just learning about it. I'm not really allocated into any Solana projects right now, but definitely looking into it, learning more about it. And it kind of just opens the barriers to a lot of different chains too. Obviously, Polygon, you got a couple Polygon projects, but, there's so many different chains that I feel like many people don't want to look into. Even me, for example, I just think 95% of projects focus mainly ETH, and I think now Solana, even BNB. I don't really focus too much on BNB projects or Binance Smart Chain, but it's still a big player for what it's going to be in crypto. But that's all I got for you guys. Quick little update. Tekken's been flying. You know, and again, crypto gaming's set to take off, especially if ETH can break through these levels, break into I think 24, 25, 2600 range. And so keep an eye on that, and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video.